Let us talk about the CCPA. The CCPA will protect the rights of consumers as a class. For example, in 2015, there was a Maggi noodles case in the Bombay High Court. The Food Safety Administration ordered a recall of all the Maggi packets because of suspected high levels of lead and MSG. If today the poison food case comes out, the food authority can take action, and now even the consumer authority, the CCPA, can take action to protect rights of consumers as a class, the class of people who are eating the poisonous packaged food. And this poison food is just one example. I will give you another example. There was the Volkswagen diesel emission scandal. The car company Volkswagen illegally and unethically manipulated the pollution reading of the cars. It said that your cars are less polluting, whereas they were polluting actually very much more. If today something like that happens, CCPA can protect the class of the car purchasers. Now, in order to protect the class of consumers, the CCPA has been given a power of regulator. When the coronavirus pandemic came out, suddenly advertisements started that this and that is effective against coronavirus. You take these medical supplements, your health will get better. This sanitizer kills 99% germs, including coronavirus. The CCPA, being a regulator, came out with strict warnings. If you do not have adequate research and science to back up your claims, then we will penalize you if you make such unsubstantiated claims. So, my friends, the primary function of this CCPA authority is to look into wrongdoings. But in a very positive approach, the authority has been given very positive functions also. For example, to spread awareness, to encourage NGOs to work with consumer agencies. CCPA can suggest welfare measures to the central and state governments, and most importantly, CCPA can file cases in the consumer courts on behalf of consumers everywhere. So this authority can look into wrongdoings. This authority can fix if there is any loophole. This authority can take positive precautionary steps to prevent future wrongdoing. So how exactly this authority can do all of this? The CCPA authority sits in NCR region, Delhi, and it can have regional offices wherever it wants in India. Now this CCPA authority has a chief commissioner who is the boss, and the chief commissioner can have other commissioners as subordinate. This authority will also have an investigation wing. This investigation wing will be headed by a director general, and this director general can have other directors subordinate. So the job of the investigation wing is to conduct investigation as and when directed by the CCPA. You see, the investigation wing is answerable to the CCPA, and the CCPA itself is answerable to the central government, the consumer ministry. The CCPA is authorized to receive complaints even electronically. So you don't have to compulsorily go to the post office. You can send an email. And more importantly, even if no one has complained, if the CCPA itself suspects some wrongdoing, it can, even on its own suspicion, take suo moto action, and it can begin investigation into the wrongdoings. The investigation is done by the investigation wing of the CCPA. It will submit its report to the authority that what was the contents of the investigation. For doing this investigation, these officers have very, very strong powers. For example, these authorities can engage experts and professionals for any scientific, biological, chemical, physical, and believe me, even psychological gimmicks that may be being played. These authorities, they can call upon any lawbreaker to produce anything in their possession, any document, records, book, register, article, any item under the sun. And for doing this, they have powers of search and seizure. So they have these powers so that they do not need to approach the police separately. The seized goods, whenever they do search and seizure, the seized goods can even be sent to the appropriate laboratory if any analysis is required. Is the Maggi actually poisonous? Is the Volkswagen car underreporting its pollution? is any digital forensics on computer or mobiles required? So this power of search and seizure is very, very strong and very, very dangerous. Now let me give you some good news. If you are a business owner, let me tell you that there is one safeguard given to you. If the authorities do something called a vexatious search, which means that if they trouble you with investigation, even though there is no reasonable ground against you, you as a business owner can take action against the government. If the government has done vexatious search upon you, you can sue the government officers and they get imprisonment up to 1 year or fine up to 10,000 rupees, or both punishment can be given.